What's good, everybody? We're back in the buildings. Big game, James, and you know how we do. Cowboys football's around the corner. Them playoffs is right around the corner. Cowboys, y'all got to step up. Before we jump on the Cowboys, because you know how we do, we've been doing them high school interviews. And guess what? I got my dog Button Lakes on here. He was one of my first guys. That's why I'm excited right here. This will be our third interview in your face. You feel me? He's one of the originators when we started this out. So I'm proud and excited to have him back on here today. What's up, Mr. Button Lakes? How you doing today?
I'm doing good, big gang. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Let everybody know where you hail from and give a little quick little background size, all that, what you played, all that, and then we'll jump into it.
Oh yeah, I'm still an old lineman, 6 foot, 295. I'm from Houston, Mississippi, man.
All right, and no, come on, tell me you like pancakes. You like pancakes. Go look at his Twitter handle. He got pancakes with the syrup.
Yeah,
He. I don't care what nobody say. Everybody, all the guys talk about pancakes, but this dude went the extra mile. Got the syrup, standing with the sign. That's
yeah,
why you
yeah.
the originator, dog. So anybody say for real, dog. Anybody mention pancakes, I think about you. I don't think about nobody else because I think about that picture that you created. I was like, that is the best. But hey, we're back here. You ended your senior season. Obviously, your second career is about to start. But let's talk about your senior season. Obviously, you had high expectations, go to a state championship, go out with a bang, and you guys had a relatively good season. Kind of talk about the season in a nutshell, and kind of how it went for you.
I mean, we dedicated the season to the people that we lost. So like, we already had a chip on our shoulder going into the season because the season prior to that, when we lost in the first round, so we had that chip on our shoulder. That, we had to go get what we wanted. We wanted that ring, and we had to face adversity through the season because Jalen Washington, our running back, he went down. But we had Jamal Cooper where he stepped up and played a big role at running back. And we had a few more guys like Jordan Pratt to come in and, assess that running back situation that we had going on. And I mean, we made a good run, man. We got to the game before the state championship, the North Half, and I feel like we should have won North Half. So I feel like we really should have been in the state championship to win the state championship.
Right, right. So you were basically in the semifinals.
Yeah, yeah, that's what we call it, North Half down here. Yeah,
Okay, okay. So you were in the semifinals. So talk about that game right quick. What was the score of that game? Do you remember?
31 what? Yeah, it was 31-21.
31-21. So you said you felt like you should win the game. What do you feel like what really happened in that game where it really caused you guys to kind of fall short in that?
We threw a early pick six, and we threw
Mm-hmm.
a late pick six and special teams.
Right, right. Hey, people always talk about, you know what? People always talk about offense, defense, and they never talk about special teams. But special teams comes in huge. Kickoffs, I've seen it. I called high school games, and you could have a lead and have a bad kickoff, and they get the ball early, in their territory, and then go back and score just like that. So special
They
teams do matter.
they never started. They never started on their side of the 50-yard line. Like every time
Ooh.
it was on our side. They had no long drive, so that's why if we would have kept them on their side of the 50-yard line, we would have won the game.
Right, right. Well, let's talk about you said you had the big injury with Jalen. We had talked about it. You and William were on the show and we had talked about that. Kind of how the team, you know, feel when that happened, and how did you guys kind of mentally rebound? You almost talked about you had Jamal, I think it was a Smallwood that came in and he stepped in. But talk about just how that injury happened, and then kind of how you guys moved on from that. And basically, I haven't talked to Jalen. How's Jalen doing right now as well?
I believe he's doing good. When I talked to him, he was doing good. And I mean, his injury. I mean, when it happened, we were like, dang. I mean, this great running back, but like it
Right,
was on next man up type stuff. You feel me?
right.
But like, cause that's just the mentality that we have. When our brother go down, pray for our brother. Hope he come back stronger than ever.
Hmm.
But next man up,
Hmm.
we got a big mission to.
Hey, well, let's talk about that offensive line, man. What was the main positions that you were playing this season?
Oh, I really played everywhere except center. I was going from the right side guard, right side tackle, left side guard, left side tackle. They put me in wheel in like a jumbo package, and just did a lot of stuff with that.
Let's talk about that because guess what? I mean, when we listen to the pros, I mean, we talked about Tyron Smith, okay? He plays for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm sure you know. He's been a left tackle his whole career. He started out a right tackle his rookie year, then they switched him to the left. He played 10 seasons on the left, and then he switched back to the right. And everybody's making a big deal about going to the left and to the right. You're actually playing the position. I've never played offensive tackle, obviously. I've played more of the skill set positions. Talk about that. Is it really big and difficult? Let's say if you're playing at a left tackle and then you have to switch to right tackle. Is the muscle memory? Is it adjustment? Is it really hard to make that switch back to the each side of the line of scrimmage?
I mean, it depends. It just depends on how you look at it. I mean, it's a different pass set. It's a different pass set angle. Like if you're on the left side, you dropping back this way. If you're on the right side, you're dropping back that way. I mean, if you look, you can look at it like that. But I mean, at the end of the day, you're still playing the same position. You got to use the same techniques and stuff that you would on either side.
So does it matter? What hand are you? Are you right-handed or left-handed? So, do you feel like you're better on the right side or the left side?
I mean, I've been playing the right side more, so like I'm more, you know what I'm saying, adapt to playing on the right side. I can go to the left side too.
Okay, all right. And you also said you play guard, no center, but you play guard as well. Is there an easier transition from guard to tackle? Or tell me kind of the difference between the guard and the tackle position.
I mean, at the tackle, you basically like on a island, like for real. So if you go on the inside and you go to guard, you got help from both sides. So like the tackle, I would say the tackle is more of a difficult position because like you got edge rushers and speed rushers that do all that finesse stuff on the outside and try to beat the outside, go get your quarterback. You got, they try to use more power and strength on the inside as like it's hard.
Okay, so did they kind of go to the matchups? Did you ever kind of switch during the games, like you were started out at right tackle, then you maybe went to a right guard? Did that happen in the game according to what they saw in the matchups?
Yeah, our right guard actually he got hurt too.
Okay.
So I had went to right guard and we put another right tackle in, and I went to guard.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I know if I'm looking at it from my perspective, I'm sure you relish going to guard because now you can play that power football, right?
Yep. Oh, yeah. Well, definitely.
So do you get more pancakes and playing the guard position or the tackle position?
It really goes hand in hand. Like, I still got the same, same mindset, same goal. You make the right block for my running back.
Right. So I know you take pride in that. So did you play defense as well this season?
No, sir, not this year. I ain't played defense this year. I was strictly offense this year.
All right, now, and let me ask you this: going forward into college, is that something that you would look to play, or do you strictly want to play all on the offensive side as well?
I just want to be on the offensive side of the ball. But I mean, wherever I go, if the coach wants me to, I'm that time to play. Like, use me how you want to.
Right. But you basically want to hone that offensive talent, right? You want to continue to hold and hone that craft, correct?
Yes, sir.
And plus, you seem like you're a protector, dog. You know what I'm saying? You protect. You ain't let nobody come in your house. You ain't let nobody come in there. I think you take that personal, dog. It seems like that's why you be so great on the offensive side of the ball to me. Yeah. All right, so school is over. Obviously you guys fell short. So let's talk about school right now. You talked about it. You had a couple schools that you were thinking about going to, but before let's talk about the schools. You play a couple other sports, and we had talked about how you play baseball, and you're currently playing basketball right now. You said you played basketball the last couple of years. Now, tell me the reasons why you're playing basketball. Is it just to say, hey, I just want to kind of just stay in shape, stay around sports, or is it saying I kind of like playing basketball, so I kind of want to do it? How's your thoughts on that?
I mean, I try to use sports to like help me prepare for the next sport. So like baseball, I'm using basketball to keep me in shape and moving and stuff for baseball.
Right.
Like I like basketball too. I mean, Coach Neal, that's my guy. I mean, it's great energy in the gym. It's real fun down here, and I got all my guys. Most of my guys that play football with me, we down here playing basketball together. So it's like lives every day.
It goes hand in hand, right? And I tell you what, I announce basketball games, so I know that's super exciting when you get to have your boys and you're playing. So, how's your record right now in basketball?
We ain't doing too pretty right now in basketball.
Okay.
I feel like we finna turn it around, man. Like new year, new team, we got a new mindset. Turn it around.
Now, I don't know how they do it out there in Mississippi, but out here in Ohio, it really doesn't matter your record. You're still going to go to the playoffs, not like football. Basketball, they'll probably just put you in a lower seed if you don't have a good record, but you're going to go to the tournament. Do they do that as well out there in Mississippi?
Nah. You gotta fight to get in the playoff.
Okay. So that's a little bit different with us. Okay. So let's talk about baseball right quick. You said you wanted to play basketball. What position did you play what position did you play basketball?
I played a 5. I'm a big man.
All right, well, you know what? Some big men be light on their feet. They like playing like I seen Zion Williamson. He a big boy. You see, he light on the feet, right? Yeah, okay. He be handling that ball at the top of the court and taking them right to the hole. So don't tell me because you a 5. I see 5'1s. You feel me? 0.5. So yeah, it definitely can go down. So you're killing them on the boards, you smacking them on the inside. I know how you're getting physical, not letting them do your thing. But you said you're staying in shape for baseball. Now let's talk about. You said you've been playing baseball for pretty much your whole life, correct?
Hey, I've been playing baseball since I was like 3 years old.
So you're getting excited for the baseball season, correct? Now, what position do you play for baseball?
I play pitcher, first base, and third base.
Okay, what position do you like the best out of those?
I like pitching because I get to control the game.
Okay. Now, here, I got questions about pitcher because I'm not a super baseball guy. No, obviously, I understand that, they ice the arm down. They can't throw all the time. So in baseball in high school, how do they do it? If you're playing pitcher, right, is it a situation where they play multiple games a lot more in baseball, correct? So do you go like, well, I'm starting this game, and then in 4 games, I start in that one? Do they do it like that to kind of for your arms
Yeah, it's like
reasons?
we got a pitch limit that we gotta, that we gotta abide by. We got a pitch limit rule.
Mhm.
So we go by the pitch limit rule. But like, if we got different days. Like we got a Monday starter, Tuesday starter, or Thursday and Saturday starter like that. So yeah,
Okay.
it rotates like that.
Now, have you always been playing pitcher?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, I don't know I know the things, but when it's the ERA or something like that, is yours really low?
My earn runs allowed.
Yeah.
I got a good one. From
Uh-huh.
last, it was pretty decent, but like,
Okay.
yeah,
What do you feel like you want to work on as far as being a pitcher?
I need to get my velocity up. I want to throw that thing harder than I've been throwing it.
What's your fastest time?
Like 78.
78. So
Yeah.
you optimally, if you're playing a pitcher and you're going to the next level, where do they want you to be throwing at?
Like in like mid 80s, like 85 and up, really.
Okay. And so what do you really do to kind of get that better or stronger? Is there anything that can kind of get that up?
I mean, arm care, building your arms up and like throwing. Like if you want to throw harder and throw farther, you gotta throw. So it's basically like to just throw the ball.
So is it more flexibility? Do you have to do you have to get in the weight room, get stronger? Does that make you throw harder balls, or more just the flexibility aspect of
I
it?
mean, it go hand in hand. Like, but like I feel like it's more flexibility and like
hmm
muscle and
hmm
moving arm and stuff like that. Throwing like I said, you got to throw in order to throw.
Yeah, because I've seen pitchers like in the major leagues and things who don't have the super fastball, but they know how to kill you with the curve, or they know how to hit you with a slider. They do different techniques because they can't throw a hard ball, so they master the other aspects of the pitching to kind of get you out. Do you do that as well?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like I try like I'm an accurate pitcher. Like
hmm
I'm not gonna blow my fastball by you, but I'm gonna hit all my spots, and you're gonna be
Right.
sitting there like you.
Okay, so you also up there playing a mind game with them, like
Yeah.
you kind of you like doing the setup. I hit you with this one, kind of get you thinking it this way, and then bam, hit you with like that. So it's like you said, you can control the game, and it's more a mental aspect of it. If I'm looking at that, am I correct in that?
Yes, sir. Most definitely.
Okay, okay. Well, you know what? You're gonna have to make sure you had that senior football tape. You need to be showing that baseball tape, dog, because I want to see you playing some baseball, bro. Because for real, I didn't think you were playing pitcher, and now I'm really seeing you playing pitcher. I want to see how you kind of control that game. But let's talk about colleges. You had a couple schools that we had talked about when I DM'd you. Name those couple schools, and then we're gonna talk about what sports you might play with those.
I got 2 offers. I got an offer from South.
Okay, and you said you had some other feelers, or no?
I had some other what?
You said you had some other fillers besides those, right? You said just kind of some interest, and you're just kind of, but
Yeah.
those are the two main guys that you're kind of looking at right there.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we were talking off air before we jumped on, and I said, you're going to be possibly playing football there, but did you want to play dual sports? You said yes, and which school was that you said possibly will has more interest in you? Well, not saying more, but you said you're leaning toward that school.
Oklahoma Community College. I feel like if I get, what I'm saying, get in touch with their baseball coach, he might give me a chance to play football and baseball down there. So like, yeah, I'm really looking forward to that.
Okay, and I like that. Now, does baseball and football are they ever going to be in the way? Is it even when you're going to college, so you have enough time if you do your football season, jump into baseball and have time to
Uh,
recoup and all that?
Football season is in between them. So like, when I get done with football season, the off season for baseball is during basketball season. So it's a gap.
Okay, so it's enough time for you to get right then.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, well I'm gonna keep it real, dog. I ain't telling you where to go to school, but go to that daggone school where you can play both sports because I want to see you play both. You feel me? You master both of those sports and then turn up. Especially when you said you've been playing baseball since you were 3. That would be a hard thing to give up. You know what I mean? That'd be
Yeah.
hard to go to college and say I can't play baseball too. I've been playing it my whole life. You know what I mean? So let's talk about what you're majoring in school. Obviously, you're getting ready to graduate out of here. You know, what's your thought pattern about what you're majoring in school right now?
I've been thinking about majoring in kinesiology. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like becoming a coach or a physical trainer or some stuff like that. And then I also thought about being an anesthesiologist. Like I've been on
Ooh. Now talk about that. I heard about that, but I don't really know anything about that. Explain that for me.
like an anesthesiologist is basically like you go into surgery or like they got anesthesiologists in dentist office. They just put
Okay.
the go to sleep. And I got I measure between your weight and your height and all that kind of stuff to how much a dose of anesthesia to give you and stuff like that.
Okay. Okay. So if you got into that, would you want to try to expand something more in your rising in the medical field?
I would try to turn it into a private practice, maybe.
Nice. See, hey, see, that's why we do these interviews. Look at this. Look at that. Enterprise and already got things already set, already got your mind already ready for school. And I'm excited to see what you're going to do in the future. Let's talk about your GPA right now. I don't mean to throw it out there, but I always like to let everybody know how everybody's doing in school. How's your GPA and everything going with that?
GPA pretty good, man. I got a 3 point.
Okay. Okay.
I told you my mama don't play that, man.
I know she don't play that. You know what I'm saying? But I still gotta ask. I know Mama don't play, but I still gotta throw them grades out there. So let's give some shout outs before we head off of here. Get some shout outs to everybody. Thank yous, whatever. It was your senior season. Obviously, you're leaving a lot of your brotherhood. You won't see a lot of those guys, and I know how it was when I graduated high school. You lose a lot of your brothers. You don't see them, and then maybe you see them later on in life. So kind of talk about that, and as we end here, and give a few shout outs.
I mean, I just want to say, my senior season of football taught me that time ain't gonna wait on nobody, man. I was just a freshman. I didn't think I was gonna be able to play at the next level of college football, no way. So like the fact that I evolved and developed myself as a player and a man, I just want to say thank you to all my previous coaches, my current coaches, and man, the brotherhood that I formed with those guys for 4 years, man. I want to say shout out to my mama, my uncles, my family, man, my teachers, everybody, man. This high school stuff finna be over, finna turn into a real world situation, man.
I know, right? It's crazy how you just said you started out as a freshman and you were just thinking, "Dang, I was just a freshman and I'm about to walk the stand. I'm the stage. You know what I mean? It goes by that quick. But guess what? Like you said, it's taught you. You've grown up. You're becoming even a stronger man, and now you're going about to step into the next level of your life. And I know we're all excited, especially you already have a focus of what you want to do outside of football, outside of sports. And I think even with the sports, you got it hand in hand. So I love hearing about that, man. I wish you the best of luck. And even when you get to school, we still gonna do another interview. I'm still gonna check on you. We ain't gonna just because you got graduated high school, you don't give no. We're gonna check on buttons. We're gonna see how he's doing, especially turning up on that football and that baseball diamond, which I personally would like to see you go to school and play both of those sports. And make sure you show that baseball tape because we all want to do it, and I can show it out there too. Say, hey, he don't just play no football, dog. He nice on that baseball diamond too. So with myself, Big Game James, my dog Button Lakes, we'll be talking to you soon. We out. High school high.